Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going through Swift programming language series. So come on, let's start. Now in this video, we will be discussing about the arrays. Now arrays is a very important data structure that we have in probably every programming language. So imagine you are in a class of 10 students and you need to store all the names of those 10 students. So what will be the first approach that we will be going with? So we can make a variable with student 1, student 2, student 3 and so on. So for 10 students here we are making 10 different variables. So to overcome this problem we have the concept of the arrays. So array is nothing but we'll be declaring a one array with one type of data type, which means the array can be of string, integer, double, float, anything, and in that array you can store as many as values in it. So let us dive into the Xcode and let us see the implementation. So to create an array, what I will do is I will declare a variable which is let name equals, and using the square brackets I will declare the names, which is Mubashir, another one is Ganesh, and okay. Now I have created a variable. Now if we directly print it, you will get your array, okay, which is Mubashir, Ganesh, Shahrukh Khan and Thor. Now this is an array. If you can see this here, the output is in the form of an array itself. Now if you want to get the elements, so what we will do is, as we have seen in the previous video also, for example, not name, because the name of the array is also name. So for person in name, print person. Now if I run this, Mubashir, Ganesh, Shahrukh Khan and Thor, because as we know person is a temporary variable only for this part, okay. Now the first time person is Mubashir, second time Ganesh, third time Shahrukh Khan and fourth time Thor. Person in name, which means the person in the array, okay, in the name array. This is how we create an array and we iterate through the values in the array and we print it. So let me create another array which is of type string. So let, or you can also use var, there's no problem. Var city equals okay, this is already a type string type, right? So what I'll do is I will create a integer type of array which is 1 4 6 4 3 etc. Now we can do the same with, let me try, even I don't know this, let me try this age in age. Let me put the same variable name here, and if I run this, okay, sorry, so I see no difference here. So but it's not recommended to like give the same variables name, as you have seen. Now it's a bit confusing. Now if you don't have any values to give in the array, so how can you create a empty array? So for that, var my doubles, let me try double this time, and this is type of array which will store double in it. Now we also know, now if we run this, I see no error here. Now I have declared a array. Now if I want to declare an empty array, then I'll give just the square brackets and thus all. An empty array is created which will be the type of double. This will store double values in it. Now there might be case where you want to store the same value multiple times. So what we can do is var counter is equals to array. Now creates a new empty array, okay. In this repeating and count, we have two parameters here in the array function. Now repeating would be 4 and the count would be 3. Now if I print counter, you got the array 4, which is 3 times, which means we are repeating 4 number for 3 times, okay. Now I haven't used this anywhere, but it's always better to learn. Now we have several functions for this array, as we have already seen string functions. If you haven't seen the string functions video, here or here anywhere, I will just put an iCard. You click on that and you will be redirected to that string functions video. See that. Now let me comment out this. Wait, I will just uncomment this one because we can use this here. And for example, if name dot is empty, what I'm saying is, in name array, if we have nothing items in that name array, what I want is print hey array is empty, else print wow we have items. Okay, so this is a condition. We will learn conditions in future videos. Now if I run this, wow we have items, because we know we have items in this. If I remove all the items, now if I run this, okay, we haven't give the type, right? So for that I will give int. So while declaring this empty array, we always need to give the data type of the array also. Now if I run this now, hey array is empty, because it is empty. Now is empty is a function which is which is made by developers who built this Swift language. So if I click press this command button, and if I click on this, jump to definition, and this is the definition of that is empty function. I'll just cut it off. Now we have more functions. For example, the append function, which is, for example, now we have nothing in name, right? Name dot append, it's a type of integer, right? So I'll do 67, and if I print print name, okay, let me make this var here, and if I print this again, we have 67 in our array. But let me tell you one thing. Now let me put some values here: 4, 3, 23, 87. Okay, now what we want to see is this 67 will get appended on the left corner, or at the first, or somewhere randomly in the middle. Now let me run this. Now 67 has been appended on the last, okay, on the last element of that array. Now if you want any number to be in the between, in the middle, or any place where you tell it, so what we can do is, I will just comment this out, and so we have name dot insert, which is the new element. Now new element would be the element that we want to insert in that array. Now it would be 123, and I want it at the first position. Now if I print print name again, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 23 and 87. So I told it to insert it at first place, but this inserted it in second place. So in arrays, or in any programming language where we have arrays or dictionaries, the counting starts from 0. So this 4 is at 0th place, okay, this third is at first place. Now normally when we count, 4 is in the first place. That's absolutely correct. But coming to the programming world, the counting starts from 0. So now this is absolutely correct, because we are inserting it at the first place. Now if you want to insert it in the the real first place, which is the 0, now we have 1, 2, 3 at the 0th index, which is the first place. Okay, index is the word which we use. Now enough appending, enough inserting. Now we want to remove the elements. So what I will do is, I will just comment out this, and name dot remove last. Now if I print it again, we have no 87 because 87 is the last value and we have removed that. Now if you don't want to remove the last one, if you want to remove a particular number, then remove it, give the index here, for example 3. Now again we have 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now let me change this to 1 this time. See, now we have removed 3. Okay, now if I try to remove any value which is not in the array, for example we don't have 5, we don't have any 5 index in this, 0, 1, 2 and 3, we don't have any 4, we don't have any 5. Now what happens if I try to run it? This gives us an error which says index out of range, which clearly tells us the point that that index is not in the range of that array. Okay, now what you can do is, for example, now you have this array. Now I want to change the value of this. So what I will do is, I will go and say name, and I want to change the value of the first value, which is the 0th index. So I will say this square brackets and 0th index, and the value would be 987. Okay, now let me print name here again. Now the first value, I mean this 0 index, is changed to 987. So in this way you can also update the values in the array. Now if you want name of 2 equals, actually this should be age, not name, because name would be like any string. So okay, it's okay. Print name again, 2323. Okay, now this is how we update the values. Now this is possible because the array is of type variable, not the constant. If you change this to let, this will give you an error here. Okay, that let cannot be changed. Okay, we know that. Okay, change this again to var. Now to get started with arrays, this much of knowledge is enough. Okay, you just need to practice this what I have told you, and that's all. And while building apps, if you want, we can like directly Google it and we can learn it on the way. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you don't know what's going on in the video, I recommend you watching my playlist of iOS development course. And in this course we'll be learning the Swift programming language, and we'll be building tons of apps which will make sure that you will become a complete iOS developer and make career out of it. So I will meet you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.